Now, today we are going to discuss the different types of cost, that is on the basis of behavior or on the basis of volume, और second type of cost है on the basis of traceability of product or on the basis of nature and traceability of product. So first we are going to start with that is the on the basis of behavior or on the basis of volume. So what is the behavior of a particular cost? It is classified under the two categories. First, it is a fixed cost, either it is a variable cost. So what is the meaning of fixed? Cost remain fixed or due to increase or decrease or change in a quantity of the production, our cost is remain fixed. Whether our production is increasing or our production is decreasing, our cost is remain same or remain fixed. For example, there is an example of factory rent, and there is a number of units produced in a particular month. There is example of April. The factory rent is 20,000 paid and the unit produced is 50,000 units per month. In the May, the factory rate again same 20,000, but the unit produced is 55,000. In the June, the factory rent is again 20,000 and unit produced is 45,000. Here the production is increased in April and May, and May and June the production is decreased. So the effect of increase or decrease is not affecting the cost of any service, that is factory rent, and factory rent is still 20,000 rupees. Now other examples of this type of cost, that is interest on loan. Interest on loan is also not affected by the increase or decrease in number of unit produced. Insurance premium paid for a particular period, it is also not affected by the increase or decrease in number of unit produced. Water tax, house tax, they are also paid for a particular period, so the increase or decrease in a production is not affecting our cost. So this type of expenses, this type of cost is known as a fixed cost. Now we are going to discuss the next type of cost, that is variable cost. Now in this variable cost, cost is vary in the direct proportion to the volume of output. That means if the production is increase, cost vary. That means cost is changing in direct proportionate. Direct proportionate, that means our production is increasing, cost is also increasing. Our production is decreasing, cost is also decreasing. So that is the meaning of direct proportionate to the volume of output. Volume of output, that means the quantity of production or quantity of output produced by any manufacturing concern. Now we are taking an example over here, that is the example of increase in production. P for production, R for the rate, and C for the cost. So 1000 units are produced, 5 rupees is the rate. What is the total cost? Is 5,000. In the second condition, the production is 1200, rate is 5 and the cost is 6,000 rupees. Production of 1500, rate is 5 rupees and the cost is 7,500. So what's happened? There is a production is increasing 1000 and the cost is 5,000. When our production is 1200, cost is 6,000. When the production is 1500, cost is 7500. So what we are concluding, in case of variable cost, cost per unit is constant. So 5 rupees in the first case, 5 rupees also in the second case, 5 rupees also in the third case. So that means the cost per unit is constant, and the total cost is increasing. Why it is increasing? Because the production is increasing. In the first condition, cost is 5000, second condition cost is 6000, third condition cost is 7500. Now I am taking the example of opposite side, that is the decrease in production. In the first stage there is a production of 800 units, second stage there is a production of 600 units, and third stage there is a production of 500 units. Now the production is decreasing 800 to 600, 600 to 500. So cost is also going to decrease. Cost is 4000, 3000 and 2500. Same thing is also we are concluding, that is the cost per unit is constant. That means 5 rupees is remain same and total cost is decreasing. That means 4000 to 3000, 3000 to 2500. Now what we are concluding, that is the when the production is increase, cost is also going to increase. When the production is decreasing, cost is also going to decrease. Now few other examples under this variable cost. First is the material. So the material cost on the basis of number of units produced. If the production is increasing, then material cost is also going to increase. When the production is decreased, material cost is also going to decrease. Another thing, shipping cost. Shipping cost of any finished product depends upon the weight. If the number of the production is increasing, and shipping cost is also going to increase, because we must be transport our product from one place to another place. So shipping cost is also example of variable cost. Now the piece rate method, where the labor is to be remunerated by per piece production basis. So number of units are increasing, so the labor or charges of the labor is also going to increase and decrease. Now I am coming to the middle of this. This is a fixed cost and this is a variable cost. Now third category under this, that is semi variable cost. Now what is the meaning of semi variable cost? Semi variable cost, in this cost is divided into the two part. The one part is partly fixed, another part is partly variable. So the few part is fixed and few part is vary, but our total cost is going to increase. That is known as a semi variable cost. Now we are discussing about the fixed part of the cost. Fixed up to a limit, that is increasing as per production. So up to a certain limit the cost is fixed, then it is increased as per production or as per consumption. So I am taking an example of semi variable cost. The most common example, that is the telephone expenses. Annual charges or monthly charges is fixed, and our calls number of calls 50 calls of rupees 50 paisa each, that means the rupees is 25. यहाँ पे 60 calls of rupees 50 paisa each, that is the 30 calls. So the annual charges is fixed, but our call charges is also going to increase as per the number of calls. So what is the total bill? That is 2000 is the fixed, 25 rupees is the variable cost. So bill is 2025. Here is the fixed charges is 2000, variable cost is 30, the total bill is 2030. So this type of cost is known as semi variable cost. I am taking another example of the semi variable cost, that is known as another example, that is electricity expenses, the most common expenses. The one part of this expenses is fixed and another part of this expenses is vary. So it is an example of semi variable cost. Suppose you are taking a connection of 2 kilowatt, then your fixed charges is suppose 200 rupees. You have taken the connection of 4 kilowatt, your fixed charges is 400 rupees. You have taken the connection of 10 kilowatts, your fixed charges is 1000. But number of units consumption, it is a variable. Number of unit consumption, it is a variable. So fixed charges is 200 rupees. Suppose 400 units are consumed, rate is 5 rupees per unit, so charge is 2000 rupees. So 200 is the fixed cost, 2000 rupees is variable cost. So now the total bill is 2200. That is the example of semi variable cost. Now we are going to cover the second type of cost. Under this first type of cost, three things to be covered. First is the fixed cost, variable cost, and this one is semi variable cost. What is the fixed cost? Fixed cost is fixed according to there is no increase or decrease in a cost of expenses when the production is increasing or decreasing. Here is our cost is increasing and cost is decreasing according to the production, that is the volume of output. Third condition what we discussed, that is the semi variable cost. The one part is fixed and another part is vary. It is a combination of two type of cost, that is known as semi variable cost. Now we are going to discuss the another type of the cost that is covered over here, that is the number of nature or according to the traceability of product. So this is the cost. It is based on the cost center or according to the unit wise. So when a particular cost is identified for a particular center, then it is known as a traceable cost. So we are going to discuss our cost on the basis of traceability, on the basis of cost center, or on the basis of unit. So different locations are the different cost center, different units are known as different cost units. Suppose Kanpur is a one unit, Delhi is another unit, Mumbai is another unit. So our unit may be on the basis of geographical wise, or our unit may be according to the utility or activity also. Now we are going to discuss this thing on the basis of traceability or on the basis of nature. The first cost that is coming over here we have to discuss, that is the direct cost, and this is very much easier cost to understand because we can directly say that this cost is belongs to a particular production, this cost is belongs to a particular center, this cost is belongs to a particular person. So due to this, that means we can directly claim that this cost related to a particular person or center. So what is the direct cost? So the cost incurred for, if any cost which is incurred for particular product, that means it is incurred for refrigerator, this is incurred for a particular washing machine, this is incurred for the air condition. So that means we are identifying the cost on the basis of particular products. So we are taking an example of packing material. So this is the cost of packing material used in bread, so it is easily identified. Cost of packing material used in oil, so that is also identified. The cost of packing material used in the biscuits, that is also identified in according to the product wise. So the classification or identification of the cost according to the product wise, that is a direct cost. Now we are going to discuss the second cost, that is the particularly on the basis of cost center. Nowadays there is specific COVID-19 hospitals are established by the government. So they are establishing the government according to the basis of the population. So that means a particular center in a particular district there is a population of 10 lakh peoples and number of hospitals 2 is allotted for the particular COVID-19 hospitals. When there is a population of 20 lakh peoples, the 5 hospitals, dedicated hospitals are allotted or going to be operated by the central government on the basis of population. So that means particularly on the basis of cost center, population is 10 lakh, number of hospital is 2, population is 20 lakhs, number of hospital is 5. Now another type of the direct cost, that is particularly depends upon the cost unit. Now we are taking an example of cost unit. Cost unit, that means the food distribution. I am taking the example of food distribution. Foods are distributed by the fair price shops, that is ration shops. So if 100, we are taking an example, shop number 108 in a particular locality, shop number 202 in a different locality. So the wheat distributed 500 kg, here is the wheat is distributed 600 kg. So what is the cost per unit? What is the cost of the wheat distributed by the shop number 108? What is the cost of the wheat distributed by the shop number 202? So that means a direct cost can be incurred for a particular product. Direct cost can be incurred for a particular center. Direct cost can be incurred for a particular cost unit. So what we can define or what we can conclude? We can conclude this: the direct cost can be accurately determined in the relation to the particular product and services. So a cost of packing material we can accurately determine, we can properly calculate, we can correctly calculate for the different products. Cost of particular operation of the COVID hospitals we can already identify. What is the price of the wheat distributed by the fair price shops? So that can be also easily identified. Now we are coming to the next category of this, that is the indirect cost. Indirect cost, that means the cost cannot be traceable to a particular product and services. This cost is incurred, but we cannot trace or we cannot particularly claim that this cost or this part of the cost is for particular product or particular service. So that is the indirect cost. For example, office rent cannot be distributed, office rent cannot be traceable for the different activities. Suppose a one manufacturing concern producing the 3 types of products. So what is the basis of distribution bit for the rent cost in the different types of products? So it cannot be directly identified, it cannot be directly traceable. Another example, depreciation of factory building. So many products are producing, so many number of units are producing, different types of products are producing. So we cannot allocate them, we cannot trace them कि this part of the depreciation is related to this particular product, related to these number of units. So they are not easily identified, they are not easily traceable, so they are known as indirect cost. Thank you.